Well, let's see. Today is August 31, 2023, and I'm starting a new project. And I guess, as you can see, my plan is to put a 6-foot gate here. And this is at the end of this long fence that I put in a long time ago, or not that long ago, because I realized because I'm planning to put barbed wire here too eventually, and when I do, and there's barbed wire there, I don't have access to the other side anymore. You know, in case a big limb, tree or something falls, I won't be able to go in and cut it up or anything. And another reason is because I've been thinking about this. I usually just spray this fence in the spring, and the shade usually keeps most of the weeds down. But I'm planning to use my lawnmower to go in, and I need something wide enough to drive through on both ends. I'm going to put another gate on the very end back there, way back there on that end too. That way I could drive down one side with my lawnmower and drive back around to this side. And I said the main reason is because once I put the barbed wire in, I won't have access to the back anymore. In case well, here I probably don't need to have access to the back because there's nothing big here to fall on the fence and that I would need to cut up. But along here, there could be any number of trees that might decide to fall, or a branch that's big enough to use a chainsaw to thing. And I need some way of getting back there. Anyway, that's my plan. I'm going to put a wood post there, and the gate's going to open into the pasture because the gate will be to keep the cattle in the pasture. So I'm going to make sure the gate is hinged there and opens this way, and I'll have a T-post here so I can tie it whenever I'm going somewhere. I don't really need to. I mean, it's either going to be open or closed, but we'll see. But I'm going to have a post there, so when I close it, the gate will hit the post, and then I can chain it to the post on that end. I'm going to drill a couple holes there for my gate. I'm going to raise it up high enough where it won't be in the way of anything down on the ground. Okay, I guess I'll get started on this one first. Shouldn't take too long. It's just a matter of putting the post in and hinging it to the thing. That's about it. That's about all there is to it. A lot easier than putting up a barbed wire fence. Anyway, let me get started on this. Okay, I didn't mention it. I bought this gate, and I bought two gates at $99.99 from TSC in Mount Vernon, Illinois. So that's a nice little gate. I like it. And I'm going to drill a hole for. I always drill a hole for those things because there's no way that'll go in without a hole. I put many of those things on. And the way I do it, I put that hinge facing up on the bottom, and on the top I have the hinge facing down, and then that way it can't get pulled off. That's the way I do it. It's just a matter of adjusting this top hingy thingy up and down to get it to go in. Okay, I'm going to start drilling. That's the first thing I do, drill it. And once I have the post secured, or the gate secured to the post, then I'll figure out where I'm going to put that post. Okay, now I'm ready to start. Well, this is how I drill holes in the wood. Yeah, I use it's narrower than that, narrower than than the bolt that I'm using. And I'm back. And when I first started to drill a hole, I was using my other bit because that's the bit I use, that's the bit I use for the bolts that go all the way, the hinge bolts that go all the way through the post. But I forgot to change it, or I just brought the wrong one. So I had to go back and get my other bit, my skinnier bit. So now this will go in. I can start it. Once I start it, and then I'll use a different tool to help turn it. I got a nice tool for that. Anyway, that's how I put bolts in, or hinge bolts, hinges with my trusty little hand tool. I guess I could break down and buy one of those battery operated drills, but I don't need it, not for this. It worked when I was young, it still works now. Oh, there's my little tool that I use. It's from an old hydraulic jack. So I can still use it too, but this handle works just right. It fits right over that thing there, and I can just got a good leverage on it to turn it. Now when I do the bottom one, it's a little trickier. I just have to turn it part way and then come back around and do the other side. It's a little trickier, and I also have a wrench that I can use that's a little shorter that I could use. But I get it done. It goes in pretty easy. I normally use oil to lubricate the hole, but I didn't have them. But I had some wasp spray, and I know that's got oil in it, so I shot some of that wasp spray in there, and it works. Well, I got the gate on. It's level on top, and it's vertically plumb or level on the end here, up and down. So it's level both ways. And that's where I'm going to put my post. I'm going to bring it out a little bit, and then the fence will still line up pretty good. It's got a little curve in it anyway, until that post down there with the yellow top. So it's okay. And I'm going to, since I'm looking at that, I've been thinking about different ways to run the barbed wire. Initially, I was just going to do it like I always do, is put a wood post in and put white insulators on both sides. But I found some insulators in TSC that I can nail or screw into the post that will hold they're plastic insulators that will hold the barbed wire up. So maybe I won't have to use up so many of those white insulators. Well, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna test it out on some of these later on. Well, not right now, because right now my priority is these gates. First things first, and this is first. This one here, as soon as I dig that hole, I'll be done. Oh, I'll have to reattach the fence. I think I'll move that T-post over to there, just to make use of it. Yeah, I'll put it in between. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna dig a hole. That's what I'm doing now, digging a hole. Well, I got the first top hinge in, and it's, like I said, it's pointing down. I can always adjust the other. Once I get the bottom hinge in, I'll adjust it. I'll loosen that. Oh, I forgot to bring a wrench. I can use the pliers, I think. Anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, once I get that top one in, then I hook it up, brace it from the bottom, raise it up, and I make it level. Yeah, I make it level. The gate level anyway, and then I'll mark it above that. Actually, it's supposed to be below. Yeah, because that'll be below. So Yeah, I'll mark it below. I marked it on top like I did the first one. So I'll mark that one below, and then I'll take the gate off and drill the hole. Okay, at least I'll know where the holes are supposed to be, and that bottom one will be pointed up, and then I'll adjust the clamp there on that top hinge on the gate, and then I can put the gate on. And then once I get the gate on, then I can estimate where the post is gonna go, wood post. Okay, let's do that now. Geese can't make up their minds which way they're headed. Now they're headed south. For the last few days they've been heading north, but now they're heading south again. I think they're going from one lake to another. Yeah, we got a lot of big lakes around southern Illinois. Oh, there they go. They're just moving around. Well, anyway, oh, now they're headed north again. Oh, I think they're landing on that pond. Yeah, they're landing on my neighbor's pond. Some of them anyway. Yeah, the neighbor's got a big pond over there, up that hill. Oh, now the other ones are going. So that's where they headed. Yeah, they got a big lake over there. They're up that hill. There's a little road going to it where that lone tree is standing with the white. I think that white barrel is a trash can, but I'm not sure. Way back there, the tallest tree in the middle. Way back there. That's right past that is where they got their dam. Actually, that's where the dam is. Right along that, from the top of that hill there over, and you keep going. There's the dam there. But anyway, now that I got your attention, I got my post in. I'm still tamping it. The ground was very wet. Little sandy, but wet sandy. And at the bottom of the hole, I kept digging and digging. I said, wait a minute, I'm going too deep. I had to put some dirt back in. And then there was one side of the hole, it was so soft, I think there was a hole there. So I filled that hole in a little bit to make it more solid. But anyway, I don't think it's going anywhere. It's only going to hold that gate. There's no tension on it or anything. Well, there will be tension. There will be tension on it because I'm going to tie the barbed wire to it, going down that way, just like I did on the other post. Today I'm going to go ahead and tie off these two old wires to it, like I had over there, and then I'm going to reinforce it to make it stronger. I'm going to put a board. I'm going to nail a board up there across the top. I'm going to cut that end off. I'll cut that end off so it just don't look funny. And I could use a little piece of wood sometimes. I'm always needing a little pieces of wood like that. But anyway, as soon as I get it tamped in, I already got it leveled vertically, both sides. So, well, let me swing it shut. I'll show you how it works. Yeah, look at that. Ain't that something? I'm gonna try to hammer that down. That ground is very soft down on the bottom, so I'm gonna try to hammer that down just a hair more to make it more level, because the gate's level, so that post a little bit higher. So, but I'll make sure it's level on top too. But I'm gonna try to hammer that down a little bit, just to get another inch or so. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Nice looking gate. I can drive a lawnmower through there real easy. And if I don't need to mow it, if something happens down along there on the other side, on the back side, after I put barbed wire in, well, I have access. I can at least walk. At least I can walk down there. Or I can drive my four-wheeler. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I was thinking of the lawnmower, but I could drive my four-wheeler up and down there. Yeah, I'll have to do some tree trimming along the edge, on the outside edge there, because there's some overhangs there. But I used to drive a tractor there when I first put the fence up. So I think I can clear it enough to drive a four-wheeler and a lawnmower. Okay, let me get back to work. I still got the other end to put in too, the gate on the other end. Well, the gate part's done. I think it looks pretty nice. I can get in and out there. I have to watch my head when I walk through though. It's a little overhang. But that's okay. Not intended to be passed through too many times. Okay, most of the time I'll be in the lawnmower or the ATV. Yeah, I'll probably have to watch my head. But anyway, okay, that's the gate part done. But I gotta connect that wire or that fence. It's hot, or will be hot. That's the source of the hot. I have to go underground with a pipe, with a plastic tubing, with an electrical wire, insulated electrical wire, copper wire, and I can attach it to there and attach it to there. That's what I did on my other gates. So that's what I got to do next. And I have just what I need to put that, to connect that electric wire or wire from that underground over to the other fence. I got some 1/2 inch plastic tubing, and I got some solid copper wire. I think it's copper. Didn't really say it on there, but I think I looked at the end. Yeah, it's copper. Yeah, I can tell it's copper. I don't know if you can. It's copper. That's what I always use when I go underneath. And I put that wire through the pipe, and it comes out on that side, and it comes out on that side, and I connect the two fences together. I'm gonna dig a little trench, not very deep, maybe 6 inches, maybe a little deeper here, since there's a water. So there's a chance of water flowing through here. It's done it before, so I might go a little deeper. I might go a foot, just to make sure it's deep enough. I don't want to get it washed out. But anyway, that's what I'm doing next. Okay, I'll do that before I start on the next fence, our next gate. Well, I got a trench dug. Oh, I didn't make it that deep. 4 or 5 inches maybe. I used a post hole digger. I used my post hole digger right there. And I put my black tubing in. I made it extra long because I'm not sure which wire I'm going to attach it to yet. I think I'm going to attach it to that bottom barbed wire on that side. And temporarily I'll just attach it to the top one. And then later on I think I'm going to attach it to the bottom barbed wire after I put it in. But for right now, that'll work. I have to, after I bury the pipe, cover it up and everything, and I'm going to, when I attach that thing, I'm going to use electrical tape to wrap up the opening of that tubing. I don't want any water to get in, so I'll take care of that. I'm going to get a view from the other side because I just want a view from the other side. Okay. And I don't have to cross the fence to get to the other side. I can go through the gate. How about that? Well, I'm on the outside now. I'm on the outside of the fence, on the back side, I guess you could call it. And everything's working good. Just like I planned. Someday that'll be barbed wire too. But not right now. Not today, as they say. Oh, that's me, huh? Me and my shadow digging a ditch in the pasture. Me and my shadow. Okay, let's hook everything up and bury the pipe. Or bury the pipe and then hook everything up. Okay, that'll work for me. Well, the plastic pipe And the wire inside the pipe is all installed. All I gotta do is connect the wire to the fence on that side, connect the wire to the fence on this side, and seal up those holes of the pipe so the water don't get in. Yeah, I just wanted a view from the inside the pasture. Yeah. All I gotta do is hook up the wire to the fence and use black electrical tape to seal up the ends of the pipe so no water gets in. And then I'll be going to the other end. I've been down here since 9 o'clock this morning. It's already around noon. I'd say it's at least noon. I didn't check the clock. But it feels like noon with the sun straight up. Okay, okay, the only problem I see with this entrance here is if I bring my lawnmower through here, which I think I will someday, I might have a little difficult time making that turn because there's a ditch and then there's a the land moves uphill a little bit. There's a high ground up there where those tall weeds are. It goes uphill there a little bit, but I think I can make it. I'll find out someday when I try to go through there with a lawnmower. But that's another day. Okay, let me hook up the wire and move to the other end of the fence. Yeah, this side where the barbed wire is, that's permanent, so I went ahead and I taped over the copper wire too, just so it wouldn't grow so fast. Now this side is temporary. I still wrapped it with tape, with black tape, and I covered that up good too. That'll probably stay that way, but when I put a barbed wire fence in here, this wire will go right onto that barbed wire. So that's just temporary for now. Okay, I was wrong about the time. I thought it was 12. It was 1:30. My God, it's over 4 hours I've been working on this gate. I may or may not get the other gate done today, but I'm going to start on it. Okay, going to start on the other gate down there, way at the end on the right. Okay, let's go. Now this is where I'm going to coat the other gate. I'm going to attach it to that post. I'm going to attach the gate to that post. I may have to move my skull. Oh, whatever. Anyway, I just did it for. I don't know. I don't know why I did it. Anyway, I'm gonna put the other post over there. Yeah, I'll put the gate on. I always put the gate on first. That way I know exactly where the post is going to go. I'm going to have to take those insulators off though. Yeah, those insulators got to come off. Okay, let's do that first. Oh, I got my gate set. I don't have those hinges in yet. I just set it up where it's going to be level. I want to see how high it's going to be on that post, because I'm going to have a board across the top again. This post is a little taller, I think, or the ground here is lower. Yeah, could be. I got that stop over there, that tension brace stop on the other side, but I don't think it'll interfere. I can still get a four-wheeler around the post there and in and out. So four-wheeler or lawnmower. So I'm good there. Okay, next step is mark my top pin where it's going to go. Hinge, I mean, and I'm going to drill a hole. And then after that, I'll leave everything set up here. So when I get ready to mark the bottom one, I'll have all my blocks in place. Okay, well let me start drilling that hole for the hinge on the top. There's the old-fashioned way of drilling a hole. I don't need electricity, except for the electricity that flows through my body, from my brain to my hands. Okay, okay. That's I gotta drill that hole all the way up to the base. I'm about halfway there. Well, I got the hole deep enough. Now I gotta put the hinge in, screw it in. You have to. I go all the way to the hilt of the drill, and then hand drill, and then you can see how deep the screw of the hinge is. I just want to make sure I get deep enough. Okay, now I can screw it in. Once again, I'm using my long pipe tool that's from an old hydraulic jack. I'm using that because it fits the end of the hinge just right, so I can have lots of leverage to turn that around and around, screw it in. Well, today's still August 31st, 2023, and it's 3 p.m. and I got the gate on. I had to adjust the hinges a little bit. I don't know if it's normal. I gotta check the other gate, but that hinge is off center on the bottom. I don't remember noticing that on the other one, although I didn't really look. I'm gonna have to check. I think they welded that off kilter. Anyway, I know I could adjust that to match it, which I'm thinking about, because right now it's a little bit off. Yeah, I may have to adjust that to swing it and match it. See, that was straight from the gate to the post. This one's on an angle. Like I said, I'll check the other gate, see what it looks like. But right now my gate's a little bit low. Not much, just a little bit low on that end. What I did though, when I first put it up, it was worse. I had to screw that one in one turn and unscrew that one turn to push it out. So maybe if I adjust that thing to put it on an angle, maybe that'll correct that. They don't have to be perfectly level. Okay, but anyway, I'm ready to dig a hole. I'm ready to dig the hole. I thought about putting the post farther this way, but then it'd be a little bit out of alignment with the fence. Let me go take another look. Well, it's already out about as far as I want to go, because I don't want to get it too far off the fence, too out of alignment. I think that'll still be pretty good. If I go out any farther, it'll be way off out this way, or maybe in. But I would like to go out farther this way to keep it lined up with the fence. But I want to make sure I got room to turn between that stub and that post that I'm going to put in. And I think right now I got enough space to turn and if I'm coming from that direction, I'll be turning around and going back that way. So I'm going to go ahead and put the post right there. Good enough for me. Well, I don't seem to remember recording me digging the, oh no, it wasn't recording me, recording the digging of the other post over there on the other end. I remember digging it, but I don't remember recording anything except after the post was in, I think. Yeah, I think I just dug the hole. And maybe it's because the soil was so soft and almost muddy near the bottom. So there must have been a wet spot there. Anyway, I guess I dug it so fast I didn't even think about recording it. But anyway, I'm recording this one. I'm 16 inches down right now, and this soil is harder, a little bit harder, not crumbly and hard. And it's not too hard to dig. It just takes a little longer than the other hole. The other hole was fast. I mean, it was mellow on top, but then as it got down to the bottom of the hole, it was so easy to dig, I wound up digging too deep. I had to fill the hole back in a little bit because it was like mud at the bottom of the hole. But anyway, this one is taking a little longer. So I better get back to it. 16, oh, I got another 16 inches to go. I think I know what I'm going to do tonight when I go home. I'm going to skin that thing. I'm going to skin this root and make some sassafras tea again. Oh boy, I haven't had that in a long time. Too long. I got plenty of sassafras. They're growing everywhere. I mean, all over the place. I'm just too lazy to dig up a root. Well, I'm about 27 inches deep. Got about 5 more inches to go. And when I got to that depth, I hit a root. That's a small root. I didn't even know it until I pulled the dirt out, and there was a root with it. And it was one of those tree roots. And those are sassafras. Oh, I could tell right away what that root was. Yeah, sassafras. I smelled the end right there. And oh, that smelled good. I remember when I was young, I was always out hunting sassafras. I'd make sassafras tea all the time. Yeah, I haven't done that for a while. I should do that again. Yeah, and a lot of times you don't have to dig very deep. Just dig near the. Usually, what I did, I got the young ones that I could just pull the tree out of the ground without digging, like in the spring, and then I would make me a spring tonic. Maybe I need to start doing that again. I just like the smell of sassafras. Maybe that's why I like root beer. I like root beer. My favorite root beer is A&W with the vanilla in it. A&W. That's the best root beer to me. But anyway, that's just my own preference. I've had lots of different kinds of root beer, but that's the one that. And if you get a root beer in the Philippines, it really tastes like sassafras. I don't know what they put in it, but it sure tastes more like sassafras when I was young. Okay, back to the hole. Well, I reached 32 inches on the hole. 32 inches deep, and I'm ready to set the post in the hole. Yeah, this will be a good thing to have anytime I need to go back behind this fence. Anytime I need to go back behind this fence, either to pick up sticks or cut branches or tree limbs or whatever, or just to ride my four-wheeler back there to check out everything. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that first anyway. I'm gonna have to ride my four-wheeler through there and pick up any logs. I already picked up a few right here between here and those logs. I got to move all those logs out of the way too. That was from an old tree that fell down a long time ago. I just cut it up and left it there. I never did use the wood. So yeah, that's what I'll have to do first, is make sure everything's clear before I bring a lawnmower through here. Okay. Well, I just started to get a view from this angle, from the inside corner. I'll put the post in next, but is anybody wondering what happened to the skull that was on that post? Well, I just moved it to that post. It's still here. Still here. Maybe it's a bad omen, I don't know. But I don't believe in that stuff. Oh, butterfly. I don't believe in that stuff anyway. We make our own fate by our decisions. Okay. What am I looking at? Oh, yeah, I just wanted to take a look at the log, the tree that fell down the other day. Which I cleaned up yesterday. I cleaned that up yesterday. I had to pull those barbed wires out from underneath. Both barbed wires, well, all four wires were underneath the log. All four wires were underneath. The barbed wires were the hardest ones to take out because I had to drag them. How did I do it? I unhooked it from up there, and then I dragged them one at a time. I drug them out through here, and then pulled them back up to the top. Anyway, it got done. That's just that's a sign for the cattle to, oh, don't go there. Don't go across that fence. If I can find another skull, I'll put it up here. Oh no, it won't work. It won't work because why won't it work? Oh, the gate's in the way. Yeah. I could probably put it on this post. Yeah, facing that way. Yeah, I might. Well, whatever. It didn't matter. I only got that one. I might have another one somewhere. I have to go look at the boneyard. Yeah. The way I do it, wherever they are, wherever they die, if they die out in the pasture, I just pull them off to the side and let the vultures have them. As long as they're not in the way, all the bones. Coyotes eat them too. Yeah, they even when they're just bones, the coyotes will just pick them up and move the bones. I got to pick the bones up. I need to start piling them up better. Okay, let me get back to this post thing. Well, I get the gate. I got the post in and the gate. Well, I had the gate up already. I put the gate on before, and I put the post in now, and I put the top beam, whatever they call that, on top. Just a board. That's just supposed to hold them together. I used some big pole bar nails. That should hold it. Because if I decide to put, which I think I already decided, it's just a matter of when I'm going to do it. Because it's going to take, I figured it's going to take at least 5 wood posts and 2 rolls of barbed wire, not counting the insulators. Oh, by the way, I found a bag of these insulators in TSC. I like these. They go on a lot easier than the other ones. And the barbed wire goes in there or there, and then you pin it. It don't have a thing to keep it from popping out, but it connects from the sides. So it may not be as strong, and it may not be designed for barbed wire. The one that I have to pin, the other ones that snap, kind of like wrap around the back and grab that rib or backbone and click here. I think they're stronger, but these are a lot easier to pin. The other I can do, there's no trouble with that. So I might use them, but they only had one bag. I'll have to wait and see if they get any more. I'll try different ones. You can also, if you don't have it, you can also nail or put a screw in here and in here on the bottom on a wood post. So that's why I picked them, in case I want to use them on a wood post instead of using those white ones. And that way I don't have to cut my wire all the way down. I can just string a whole roll of barbed wire all the way down for one wire, and then another whole roll for another wire, because that's what it's going to take. But anyway, that's working on the gate. I'm working on the gate. All I got to do now is dig my trench for my pipe, for my underground wire to come out over here. Well, actually, it's going to be feeding this from this. This will be the on once I hook it back up. This will be on, and it'll go that way up there to the end, to the top of the hill. Okay, let me start digging that trench, because it's almost 5 o'clock, or it probably is 5 o'clock p.m. and I want to get this done and go home. I also have to remind myself, or tell myself, to make sure to chain these gates closed. I don't know if I did the one down there, but there's no cattle up there, so I'll check that on the way out. Gotta keep them closed, otherwise the gates don't do much good. Well, the gate's in. I got the wires in the tube, the plastic tube, and the wire in the ground. I just got to cover up the trench, or fill in the trench. And let's go through the gate. Watch your head. Little bend over there. Okay. I got to tape them up yet with black tape. This one's going to stay this way because it's like it's permanent, because it's barbed wire. So I'm going to wrap it all up with black tape, and black tape around the hole of the pipe to keep the water out. And then over here, this is temporary. Once I install barbed wire, I'll put that copper wire with the red insulation. I'll put it on the barbed wire, which is going to go right here. So that'll work out just right. Okay, view from this side. Well, at least that job's done. Maybe I can rest for a while. I'm not ready to do that barbed wire and that fence. I gotta wait. Save up some money first. I know I'm already gonna have a big credit card bill from all the stuff that I've been buying, including this. Okay, but it'll get done. Yeah, it'll get done. Just remember to lock this gate. Yeah, 2 strands of barbed wire is going to go here eventually. I can't say when, but it'll be coming sooner or later. Okay. It's August 31st, 2023, and I just finished installing this gate on the end of this long south fence. That's going to get barbed wire someday. Anyway, I got everything. I got the gate locked. Okay, it's chained, I mean, and I got the other wires. What do you call it? I put black tape around it so no water would get in the hole, and to keep the copper from corroding. And the same thing over here. Now this one will get moved once I put a barbed wire in between those 2 wires. But who knows when that's going to be. I don't even know that. It's going to be a while, I think. Anyway, gotta wait for some money. Okay, it's all done. I have to go down there. Oh, it's 5:40 p.m. Did I tell you that? 5:40 p.m. and I started at 9. I gotta go down there and make sure that gate's closed. The one I put in down there. Just like this. Okay. It's all secured. Now I can go in. Now I can go through here without jumping over the fence. Whenever I gotta check something, I gotta jump over the wires. And once I put barbed wire in, I won't be able to do that. I'm not a high jumper. And I'll be able to clean up anything that falls down, or it needs to be removed from behind the fence, on the outside of the fence. There and anywhere along here. Well, yeah, I don't have no way to. This is barbed wire all the way from here, all the way to the other corner. Yeah, I don't have any way of getting on the other side of that fence now that the barbed wire is in all the way down to the other side of the pasture. So this this, I'll have to use this as my access if I want to go across there, either cut weeds or move a limb or do anything. Do anything. I have to go here and walk along there on the outside. And that's what it's mainly intended for. But I can also use it to drive my, what do you call it, lawnmower through here, cut the grass on both sides. That way I won't have to spray this. I won't have to spray as much weed killer. But first I got to clean up on the outside, and then, you know, clean up all the limbs and branches and whatever else is in the way so I can get through. And I'll do that with a four-wheeler someday. I added one last touch. I put some white jugs on the tops of those T-posts that I'm using for braces so I can see them better. Because if the weeds start growing there, I won't be able to see nothing. So that'll tell me where those are, so I don't run into them accidentally and hit my knee or something. Okay, I'm going to the other end. Check that gate, make sure it's closed, and then I'm going home. Well, it's still August 31st, 2023, and it's almost 6 o'clock p.m. Sun's getting low in the sky. Yeah, starting to get, sun goes down earlier and earlier every day, about a minute earlier every day. Anyway, I did this gate first so I can have access to the back, because after I put barbed wire on this fence someday, I won't be able to cross over to the back side for whatever reason. I need to get back there. So I put this gate here, and I just finished putting the gate back there at the very end of the clearing, on the right side, on the end of this long fence. Okay. Oh, I didn't close it. I didn't chain it. Let's see how that works. I can't reach it. Hard to do with one hand. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. That'll keep me. They won't get out there. I don't know. I was recording. That was too hard to do with one hand. Everything's hooked up. All I gotta do is turn the power on. Yeah, that's hooked up there. Yeah, I don't have the white jugs, but I got yellow poles there for where those stobs are, so that'll show me where those are. But I didn't have none of those yellow poles with me, so I put those white jugs on the other end down there. Okay, well, that's been a long day. I started down here. I started this gate around 9 and not 6. What is that? 9 hours. I've been working out here 9 hours. Feels like I'm back at my old job. Anyway, one of these days I'll have to get to these weeds too. They need to be cut. But I seem like I'm never in a mood to cut weeds. Also, I have to put down. I got a new umbrella for my canopy umbrella on my tractor, but I'm too lazy to put it on. Okay, I'm going to go down there and turn the electric back on and test it, and if it's all good, I'm going home. So this will be the end of this video, unless I see. Yeah, I think I see the cattle up there somewhere. I'll probably take a few videos of them too. That's on my way out, like I always do. Okay, nice to have this gate here and on the other end. So it was worth the purchase and the work for me anyway. All right, bye bye. Well, it's 6 p.m. and I'm on my way out of the pasture. And these two, the other cattle are over there eating. They're all over there on the other side of the creek. But these two here, oh, they're just munching some grass. I'm curious about her though. That's a mama cow. Why is she here? Is her baby there somewhere too? Let's go take a look. What you doing over here, mama? Huh, mama cow? Did your baby cross the fence? Do you know where your baby is? Oh, you're a good cow. I like you. You're the daughter, first daughter of my favorite cow. Where's your baby? Huh? Okay, let's not go around here. Oh, I used to have salt here, that's why. I used to have 2 salt blocks there. That's probably why they come over here. Licking the, yeah, she's even licking the dirt there where the salt block used to be. Well, the salt blocks are on the other side of the creek now, girl. So, the baby's not here. Yeah. Get my truck, and I can leave. Go to that gate, and I'll go to another gate, and I'll be closer to home. Hi, girl. I'm going this side. I'll take a picture of you. Hold still. Hold still for me. Oh, I like her too. She's pretty young yet, but she's gonna be a nice cow. Reminds me of the Italian whites that I used to have. Well, I guess I still got them in her. Part of them. Looks like somebody got their tail caught on the barbed wire. That looks like tail hair. Probably from the bull, because I think he's got a white hair on his tail. Okay, let's go. Let's go check out the cows over in that pasture. Well, there's the cattle all spread out. Oh, there's the baby. There's that baby calf over there. Baby bull calf. That belongs to that cow. Oh, here she comes. Her and her little companion. Little white companion. Oh, I remember now. That was her calf from last year. Yeah, she had her first calf, and that was her first calf. She had it last year, the same cow. Yeah, and this year, a white heifer calf. And now, this year she had that bull, a little bull. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is, behind the weeds. Yeah, there he is. I don't know what color he's going to turn out to be, but I don't think he's going to be white. Probably could be light brown like his papa. His papa's almost white, but he's more brown than white. Anyway, everybody's been staying in. Nobody's been getting out. So my fences are working. So I guess I have no excuse now. I got all the barbed wire up that I got more barbed wire up than I planned for. Only intended to put up this barbed wire around this pasture here because it's close to the road, and that's where they were getting out, or one of them. But that was my fault. But anyway, once I got going with the barbed wire, I had to put some in across there too, because while I was working on this fence, the bull jumped over that fence over there where that gate is. So I had to beef up that fence with barbed wire too, all the way down, just so if I do lock them out of there, because there are times when I lock them out of here during flooding, you know, when the creek floods, and I don't want them in here when it floods. So I put a good fence up there too, all the way across. And then I decided, oh, okay, I'm going to put that open area back there. I got an open area back there, opens up to the neighbor's bean field. So I said, oh, I don't want them getting out there either, because they've done that before. Normally they get out in the wintertime though. But anyway, I put barbed wire there too, and then once I got that done, oh, I'll just go ahead and put barbed wire on each side, going down into that corner, southeast corner, and then down into the northeast corner. So the only ones I don't have barbed wire up yet are the long south end, or south side, the long south side fence over there, or the long north side fence that goes through the woods. That's not barbed wire yet. So the long south and the long north aren't barbed wire yet. And if I do another one barbed wire, it'll be that south one first. That's more important because that's where the cows hang out. Cows don't hang out in the woods too much. At least not the ones over by where the fence is. Well, I'm going to go now. I spent enough time in this pasture today. So let's call it a day. Okay, here's another one that's the end. Here's a nice cow. I like this heifer too. She might be getting bred soon. I think she's old enough. I just had to, this one is all by herself out by the road here, by this road. So I just wanted to make sure she was okay. And there, the cows are back in there in those weeds. You can't see them because of the weeds. Yeah, that's another project I should start. It's almost too late to cut them now. They're all going to seed. But anyway, I just wanted to take a little video of cows from the road. There's my fence. That's the first fence that I was putting up way down there. That's the first one, first barbed wire, where all those dugs are. That was my initial one. I put 3 strands over there though. Put 3 strands. I put one at the very bottom, which I didn't really need. So when I did the rest of them, I only put 2, which worked out pretty good. Okay. Okay, now I can say it's the end. Okay. The end of a fence working day. Or end of the day working the fence. Working on a fence. Actually, I wasn't working on, I was working on the gates. I worked on 2 gates. Put 2 gates in on that south fence over there. Okay, now it's time to go home. I need something to eat anyway.